Welcome back, guys, to the Paradiso CrossFit Games Open Update Show, the final recap episode. I'm your host, David Paradiso, with my co-host, Eric Libardoni. And we've just finished 3 exciting weeks of the 2021 Open.
Yep, 3 weeks instead of 5. Personally, I'm a big fan of the 3-week Open. I think this year was a well-rounded test of fitness. We had a new movement in the wall walks in the first week. We had a repeat test in the second week. And then, of course, we got to throw around some heavy weight in our traditional thrusters and gymnastic workout.
Yeah, I think, again, there were a little bit of nervous, little grumblings about the first 2 weeks, how this was going to play out, if it was all going to be light and easy. But I think Castro, once again, did a great job tying it together. Everyone is satisfied, I think, with these tests. So let's talk about what happened with the teams. A first-time format this year.
Format, but unfortunately, fortunately for Culver City, but unfortunately we didn't get much drama this year. The scores remain the same every week, and Culver City ended up on top, Street Fighter in second, Midday in third, Night's Watch in fourth, and rounding out in fifth is Fitcoin. And you know what it was? Culver City was here every Friday, whether it was Culver, Venice. They were here cheering each other on, participating, and I think that's what brought home the trophy.
Yeah, you could feel it from the beginning, and they sustained that throughout. They had the most people sign up, enthusiasm throughout, a lot of camaraderie, and congrats to the Culver City team, Coach Tyler for taking the championship in this format. And we'll see what happens in the coming years with this. So you guys get bragging rights for the next year.
Yep.
But let's talk about our individual performances for these last 2 workouts. So top males for 21.3, what do we got?
Yep, our top males for 21.3, that would be our Metcon portion. We have Matt Montefusco with a time of 10:31, blazing fast. We have Nolan Kavanaugh appearing in the top 3 once again with a time of 10:57. And we have Kyle Kazarian with a time of 11:45.
Yep, and on the female side, for 21.3, top members Deb Olivan with a top score of 173, Patricia Sweeney in second with 146, and Andrea Bates breaking into the top 3 for the first time with 144.
Nice. And for our top performers in 21.4, the heavy lifting, for our males, we have, once again, Nolan Kavanaugh with a weight of 278. We have Jason Kim with a weight of 265. Then we have the other Kazarian brother, Zach Kazarian, with a weight of 255.
On the women's side, very impressive top lift was Marlene Garza with 160. And then second and third, or tied for second place, is Jenna Buckle and Megan McKinney, both lifting 155 pounds.
Very impressive, very impressive.
So that brings us to the always fun to talk about Spirit Award for this week.
Yep, and this week, once again, we have 2 Spirit Award winners. Our first one is Yvette. She has been committed to the sport of CrossFit for quite some time this past year, working out in the mornings. You know, she even did the last workout while traveling. It's been a pleasure to see her progress and do well in the Open this year, as well as always being open to judge and cheer others on, just epitome of the Open.
Yeah, really embodying the Open. A great job, Yvette. And on the other Spirit winner is going to be Caroline, who has that experience that we love to see. She trained really hard all throughout the pandemic, didn't let that slow her down, hired Chelsea to work some private training, and got her first bar muscle up and her first Open. So really memorable, really awesome experience. And we're really proud of her for the work that she's put in. And speaking of both these athletes, it's both of their first Opens. And we went out and talked to some of the other first-time Paradiso members to get their opinion on what their first Open experience was like.
The excitement, it was super cool to see everyone come together and like root everyone on. And the energy, you can't replicate that even during class. I think moving forward, I definitely learned a lot about my body and like how well trained I am and the fitness level that I have. So just like the different things I got to work on moving forward is the thing I took.
What was your proudest moment? Anything you accomplished that you were
finishing 21.2.
Nice.
As I saw Chelsea beside me finish like 5 minutes earlier. So, but it's good.
Are you gonna sign up next time?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, my first Open was really challenging. It was fun learning the new moves and understanding how to get them down and understanding how to pace myself too, because I definitely couldn't walk for 3 weeks after finishing.
And what did you come out of this wanting to work on?
Oh, kipping, all the kipping motions, because I can't do toes to bar strung together, and I have to work on muscle ups and all the rest of those things.
That's
too.
for next year, right?
For sure, yeah, I'm gonna get those down.
Yeah, right on.
I had a blast.
What is it doing as far as you think about your training in the coming year?
It's completely changed the way. No more cheating on muscle ups. Going all the way from now on, and gonna have to put in that extra time to kind of be competitive next time.
Are you going to do the Open next year?
100%.
All right, what'd you think of your first Open?
It was excellent. It was hard, it was tough, but I enjoyed it. I had fun.
What was the highlight of your Open?
That I finished.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't finish, but I made it through the workout, so I think that was the highlight, that I was able to do it.
Is it impact, like how are you thinking about your training for the next year after the Open?
I definitely need to work on my box jump overs. Like, they killed me in the second workout, like the box jump overs. The snatches were actually cool, it was the box jump overs, so I need to work on that.
And are you going to do the Open next year?
Yeah, I think, maybe.
What'd you think of your first Open?
My first Open was great. It was a lot of fun. Very happy I signed up.
What was your highlight? What was the big, the most memorable part of it?
That I survived all the workouts.
And what are you thinking about for training next year?
The Open definitely got me back into my harder training. I feel like I'm past my laziness of 2020, so I'm excited just to kind of get back into it. Got to work on my pull-ups. Maybe one day I'll get muscle ups, but we'll see.
Are you gonna do it again next year?
Absolutely.
What do you think of your first Open?
I liked it a lot. I think it was super exciting. I like the vibe and the people and the atmosphere.
Did it impact how you're thinking about training for the next, for the next year?
Yeah, definitely. Muscle up is gonna be my top priority.
Are you gonna sign up next year?
Of course, yeah, just the same. And hopefully, I'm gonna do all RX, not like this year.
I just love seeing their enthusiasm and excitement. The first time doing it, the unknown, and thinking about the fact they're going to do this for years to come.
Yep. And for most of us, now that the Open is over, we've identified some holes in our fitness, maybe some weaknesses here and there, and so we have a lot of things to work on over the next year.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at. I'm thinking about next year, but the CrossFit Games season is just getting started. This was the first round, and we have a new thing this year called the Quarterfinals, where some athletes are going to move on. And tell us about that.
Yep, so actually the top 10% male and females within North America are going to be moving on to the next stage, which actually starts next weekend. 5 workouts will be released, and we have quite a few individuals that qualified.
Yeah, we had 17 athletes from Paradiso CrossFit qualify. We're not going to list them all here. We'll be sure to celebrate their accomplishments on social media, but we did want to give a shout out to our top overall male and female athlete from Paradiso CrossFit.
Yep, and our top male athlete, you've heard his name plenty of times in the top male performers week after week. That is Nolan Kavanaugh. He's actually 383rd in the world. Quite impressive. And of course, you all know her, Coach Madison. She actually ended up at 121st in the world.
Yes, with some elite company. If you look at the leaderboard, she's right next to Annie Thorisdottir, Becca Voigt, super cool stuff. So again, look forward to a lot. We'll be posting all this stuff on social media, supporting these athletes through their training. And then after this quarterfinals period, there's also a Masters athlete qualifier, which will have a handful of athletes in as well. And before we kind of tie things up, we wanted to just say a couple really cool things that we saw at the end of the Open. Number one, Paradiso CrossFit Culver City alone ranked 3rd in California for affiliates.
That's awesome.
Right? Pretty cool. And then worldwide, out of about 10,000 affiliates, we ended up in 71st place. So
that's awesome.
Super cool.
We got a fit gym.
Yes, we are.
And that about wraps it up for the Paradiso Update Show this year. We want to give special thanks to Cornelius for keeping track of all those scores, throwing together that scoreboard for the team competition. And of course, Sam, the man behind the camera. Thanks, Sam, for all the work that you do.
Yeah, and remember, part of this is about the joy of competing, acting like an athlete, and this is just one of the many community events that we do every year. In the coming months, we have a lifting meet that we're planning for those athletes that are doing barbell class, and we have a CrossFit competition, the Summer Classic, coming up in July. So a lot of exciting things happening, guys. We're proud of all the work that you've done. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next year.
Thank you.